I got you and you got me. As long as we're together, we can handle any weather. From New York to across the world, we're gonna keep on shining. Join us on our journey of love and dying.
Here we are on beautiful Benefit Street in Rhode Island. It's actually historic Benefit Street with all these historic homes here. And some of the homes you can see, they're actually residents living in these homes. However, you could see that some of these houses have, when they were established, like this one says Josiah Draper in 1783. That was established, and this one was Josiah Crooker. Oh, Josiah and Josiah. Crooker House built 1837. What'd you say? Yeah, but both of their names are Josiah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And they're really, really colorful and beautiful homes. Nice homes. And this is historic 1 mile. They said it was 1 mile, right?
Yes.
We walked over here yesterday. It's tree-lined streets. The only thing is, this is actual streets and residential areas where people actually live in these homes. I assume they'll go for $1 million. William Snow House, 1792. This is one of my favorite homes right here. It's the James Burr home in 1786, right? It's cute and pink. Looks like looks like a little dollhouse. But look at this one. This was Henry Rhodes' house. See the difference of this one compared to the ones on that side? But look, okay, this one is John Howland House, 1784, right? So most of the houses on this street kind of look like this, and that pink house and the yellow house over there. But then you have some houses, that kind of looks like a house in the Hamptons, that are brick houses. I don't know why that's different, but this is a Nathaniel Smith house in 1798 built. And some of the houses added like different additions or different stories. Like this is different. This is actually turned into a studio apartment, okay? Some of them added stories, like a second story or third story. I thought in one of these blocks you could see the Capitol building. Did we pass it already? This is Milo Mason. Oh yeah, Capitol building. You see it right there? You could see it from there. And this is actually a two-way street. So people, this is an active street where people come and ride around.
And just I can add one thing.
What?
In Providence, you see a lot of streets like this. You see a lot of streets look like they're one-way streets, but they're actually not. So be very careful. Even if you're in a street like this in Providence, you might want to look both ways, because you may be in a two-way street and you don't even know it. Like, look how thin this street is. This don't even look like a two-way street. You see cars come from this, you see cars come from that way. So yeah, it's very tricky out here. I remember when I first saw that, my Aunt Lisa was driving out here, I was like, what is this shit? It's like real crazy. But the cars don't drive as crazy as New York, though.
Yeah, they're slow out here.
Yeah.
See? You can see. And these are kind of like, I guess people, when they buy houses out here, I guess they kind of know that this is part of the territory, that when they buy their homes, these homes, that people are going to come and walk down the street and take pictures. We saw a couple of homeowners yesterday when we were walking down. They didn't get really upset or anything that there were people walking here and taking pictures, because it's a historic home, right?
Yeah,
so
houses that are like 200-300 years old, they look better than shitty ass
True.
houses in New York.
I'm pretty sure they probably restored some.
Yeah, it's a lot of homes in New York, that's exactly what
Yeah, so I love this tree-lined street, and you're gonna see a little later that this Rhode Island is so beautiful. It's pleasant, and it's just nice. Quiet, people are nice. They open doors for you. They wave at you. They let you cross the street in the crosswalk. Oh my God, it's so like amazing. See the colors? Kind of reminds me. No, it doesn't remind me of the Full House, but why when I pass that I think of Full House? I don't know. James. That's a beautiful library here in Rhode Island, one of them. It's called the Athenaeum. Established 1836. It's so beautiful inside. I don't know. I think the Capitol's on something else. We're at the Steve Hopkins house right now. Did they say? I thought they said that he didn't own slaves.
He did own slaves. He just wasn't a slave trader.
Oh, he wasn't a slave trader.
Before he died, he did free all his slaves.
Hey, James.
Yes,
All right, guys. So we're at India Point Park. Sounds like a concert is going on. James taking pictures. Don't fall. Oh, James, you're taking the easy road. Yeah. Uh-oh.
we just walked up the bridge. Yeah, that is.
One thing about Rhode Island is that you're gonna see a lot of sunflowers in general. Like, this is a project that they're doing, planting a lot of sunflowers. Can you see? I can't see. Beautiful, right? All right, so here is the infamous Water Place Park in Providence, Rhode Island. This is like once you come off of the Benefit Street that we came off of a while ago. You could take this. This is a tiny boardwalk, and you could see the Providence, Rhode Island skyline and the water. Sometimes they have up close, up further, they have people who are doing gondola rides, and you got a real Venetian gondola boat, and gondoliers are singing, and things like that. They also have this infamous water fire show that is really great, but I think they don't do it every night. But some of the locals told me that in the summertime they do it frequently. So hopefully we're going to see some tonight. Okay? Right, James? Are you excited about the water fire?
Yes, I am. And look, we got canoeing too. I'm very excited about the water fire. Very first time we've seen it. And look, birdie.
Oh, a seagull.
Yes.
This is, oh, you see the gondoliers? He's gonna come up, so I'm gonna keep the recording going. But this is a very artsy town. And look, from here is super clean. Like Rhode Island, I'm so surprised on how clean it is and how nice the people are. Of course, I think every area has their bad area, but so far, everybody has been super nice, and it's been super clean, and flowers everywhere. Wait till you see when we go downtown, there's flowers everywhere. And there's like limited garbage cans, but there's no pollution. I'm sure there's some, but it's compared to New York, it's totally different. But you can see that a lot of these trees have been planted. See, they planted this tree, which is cool. The gondolier is turning around. I don't know if you see him, but he's turning around now. Looks like a girl. But no, I'm saying usually gondoliers are guys. I didn't know, and that gondolier right there looked like it was a girl. But I'm like, I think all gondoliers are men, but I don't know. So, oh, this is the gazebo. And then we're gonna come past a cool, I don't know what it is. It's like an aluminum structure, but it's so cool. But James is stopping to take pictures. We have to hurry up because there's mad geese, and I gotta get away from those geese. James is gonna get kicked by a geese. I told him to get away. Geese kick, and he doesn't believe me. But this is the structure that I was telling you about. It's like an aluminum wheel. I don't know. It doesn't have any significance, or if they're saying something. It doesn't say what it's for, who built it or something. So we got to look it up later because I'm not sure. But it's pretty cool, you know. Boo. Look at all those birds that James bravely walked towards. Not for me, not for me. And you see how people are running and riding bikes and walking and all that. Perfect. Alright, so we're entering the park, Water Place Park. As you can see, there's places where people can go ahead and just have a little picnic, walk in the park. I wonder where we could find the Wall of Hope, because that's what we didn't see yesterday for the 9/11. They said it was over here in Water Place Park. Rhode Island. So this is a nice other little park along the river. Okay. And then here, let's go down. I gotta be careful with these steps so I don't want to fall. You see those basket looking things? That's where they do the water fire. And basically they light logs at night after sunset. They light the logs and it looks really beautiful at night. But fingers crossed we will see it tonight, because as I said before, they don't do it every single weekend. The last time they did it, we were in Greece. It was like July 21st, July 22nd. So hopefully, since it's the summer, the schedule is going to be a little more frequent. So even if they don't have like the whole ceremony, hopefully they have something shining at night when the sun sets. Okay. James, can you do me a favor? Can you look up to see where the Wall of Hope is? Because it should be somewhere over here. Veterans. All right, let's start walking. Ooh. This is a nice summer day. So we're about to start walking, heading downtown. But this is so crazy, guys, because here's the deal. You're gonna start seeing so many flowers. I want to like rename this Pleasantville. Pleasantville, because it's so pleasant. Hold on, car's coming. Let's look at the building until we wait to cross the street. And then let's cross the street. And look at all these flowers. Ooh, James, let's run because this car's speeding. James says no car speed in Rhode Island. Which they don't, but I think everybody speeds. Look at that. That's nice, eh, James? And these are like all over the city. You're gonna see later on. And these are planted. People planted these. For what? Just to make it look beautiful, I guess. Rhode Island, well, Providence rather. I don't know any other parts of Rhode Island, but they have all these historic buildings, as you can see. There's so many historic buildings, so let's go through this here. Let's walk. And again, so many people plant so many things. This is kind of like an artsy, like this town, Providence. They say it's like an artsy, foodie, like if you love culture and art and food, this is definitely the town that you want to explore or be in, right? And look at this building. Does that, if you're from New York, what does that building remind you of? There's an infamous building in New York City called the Flatiron Building, and that's kind of similar to the Flatiron Building, but the Flatiron Building is much smaller and flatter. So I'm wondering if the same architect designed that building as well, right? But there's Rhode Island School of Design here, so a lot of things you see, like here, for example, are, I'm assuming, built by the RISD students. But you see a lot of these trees planted, flowers, and just a lot of places to sit and enjoy the view and the scenery. See? How cool is that? Textron. That reminds me of some kind of building. No, movie. That's the Textron World Headquarters, but I have no idea what Textron means. Sounds like something Iron Man probably would own, right? I don't know. And I'm surprised it's a Saturday, and I thought that it would be a little more noisier over here, but I'm thinking maybe because a lot of people are Newport. It's a beach town 45 minutes away. We didn't have time to go to Newport, unfortunately, but we're not that far from Rhode Island, so we definitely could come back and make a trip to Newport if we wanted to. But look at all these buildings. Some of these buildings are similar to New York buildings. You guys only see the skyscrapers and like the Empire and the Chrysler building when we're in New York, but we live there. So when you're walking down the side streets and little streets and stuff, you see some architecture that is kind of the same or different than just skyscrapers, okay? But if you are a big person into design and architecture and art, you definitely would love Providence, Rhode Island here, okay? So it's a nice quiet street. To the left here is the arcade, and the arcade is just a small little mall. It was built in 1832, and actually they had shops in there, believe it or not, in 1832. But look at that building. It has kind of like a Roman inspired thing, like in Rome. Didn't the Pantheon look like that in Rome, Italy, James? Or the Pantheon kind of looked like that, or something near the Pantheon had that same kind of structure. Okay, we went in there yesterday. There's really nothing to see. It's super quiet. Probably like 10 shops at most, you know, but it is a nice building to look at. So James chose this place, Nicob Ella's. It's a family restaurant, so let's go check it out. Let's go find James. Oh, hey James. How are you? Good. Ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what Nicob Ella's is all about. Do you see anything you like so far?
Yeah.
All right. So let me look. What are you getting?
I'm getting whatever I see it, like winning pesto and grilled chicken.
I wonder where that lobster roll is. So I'm gonna put this down and start eating. But look, this is not a bad little restaurant. Not eating, ordering, because we didn't order our food yet. This is the Caribbean burger. It has pineapple on it. And should have some pineapple sauce, but I don't see any pineapple sauce, but I'll ask. And then this is James. What did you get?
Pesto chicken with linguine.
Pesto chicken with linguine. All right. So let's see if there's some aioli on this, because I don't see the aioli. Aioli. It's like a sauce. We'll see. We're chicken, James. Well, you've been hungry.
Yeah.
How's it taste? James doesn't eat meat, well, burgers, so he can't taste mine. But let's dig in and see how it's gonna taste.
Yeah. Wanna try some pesto?
Magic unicorn ice cream. It's kind of like cotton candy with some walnuts and whipped cream on top. And then James has cookies and cream when he said he was gonna get pistachio. James, why'd you change your mind at the last minute?
I just did.
You just did? So let's dig in and see if it's tasty. How does yours taste?
Oh,
Good? Yeah. Great. All right, it's recording, James.
Alright guys, as you see before you, this is not a place we're about to eat at, but let me tell you a little history of this truck right here. Yeah, it's just a food truck, you say, right? Oh, they just sell hot dogs, you say. Nope, not exactly. What you see here, boys and girls, is the oldest food truck This is from 1888, originally stationed here in the City Hall of Providence, Rhode Island. It's been that very same spot since 1888. And believe it or not, it's actually been featured in a couple of movies, most notably Dumb and Dumber 2. Look at the scene where Jim Carrey starts eating that hot dog and he puts the whole damn thing in his mouth. He's eating right in front of this here diner. So it's a historic place. It's also was brought to New York one day for to be featured in Today's Show, where a few anchors, most notably that dickwad Matt Lauer, had fond memories of it because, you know, he worked in around here where the NBC studios at when he was younger, before he got put on the Today Show. And, you know, I don't have to explain too much about him, but yeah, this is a historic place. It's open every night. I don't know from what time to what time, I forget, but if you're here from Kennedy Plaza and you need a quick bite to eat, come over here, you know, they're open every night.
All right. Hey, beautiful people, Nina Nicole and James Dean, who?
Sarah.
And thank you for tuning in to this special episode of Love and Dining in Providence, Rhode Island. As you saw, we went to Nicob Ella. What did you give it, James?
4 hearts.
4 hearts, me too. Why did you give it 4 hearts?
Because I give it 4 hearts.
There has to be a reason. Well, I'll tell you why. At first, the service was a little slow.
That's why I give it 4 hearts.
I went to the bathroom, and James said the waiter came and gave the menus and everything, but when I came back from the bathroom, I only peed. So when I came back, we waited about probably like 10 or 15 minutes for the waitress to come and ask us for our order. And the thing was, it wasn't even crowded or whatever. When we went into, after we sat down, then more people started coming in. But
yes.
Other than that, also they didn't put the aioli sauce on my burger or on the side. They forgot it, which sometimes is ooh, that bus is really loud.
But
Sometimes that's a given in a restaurant or whatever, but still, as far as the ambiance, it was nice. I liked the artwork. It was like a little eccentric, and they had tea lights and also little tea lights on the windows, and the ambiance was a little nice. It was nice and quiet. They had ice cream, which is always a plus when there's a restaurant that has ice cream in it. Yes. Nicob Ella was really nice, so I would have definitely recommend it. Even though I had a burger, James had the pesto, as you can see, and his pesto was really good, pesto linguine. So if you're in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, give Nicob Ella a stop by. And by the end of the night, the waitress was coming to our table more and frequently asking us if we wanted refills on our drinks and being personable and nice. I think she was a newer waitress. I think she just moved back to Rhode Island,
from Massachusetts
or whatever. But most of that, anyway, it was a really nice experience and the food was good. I definitely recommend Nicob Ella. And what was your favorite part of this Rhode Island trip, James?
The water park.
The water park, yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the water fire because every twice a month in the summer they have like this big extravagant water fire. We didn't see the water fire because the last one they had was when we were in Greece. The next one is going to be on August 3rd, so hopefully we can come back and see the water fire one of these days because that's an experience that people say you should not miss at all. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Love and Dining in Providence, Rhode Island, and stay tuned for more episodes in different locations and different restaurants and different things. Tell us what you want to see. What kind of restaurants do you want us to go to? Do you want us to go to? Sorry, my arm is tired and I keep getting James out of the picture. But James doesn't want to get up and go to the other side. But anyway, what kind of restaurants do you want to see us go to? I know some people say go to plant-based restaurants and all that kind of jazz or whatever. We'll see. But anyway, James, do you have anything to say?
Nope, not at all. All I have to say is thank you for watching. And this is James Silver and Nina Nicole, inspiring the world one moment at a time. And until next time, take care, y'all.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of Love and Dining.